Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once more, Gibson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and goal at the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On second and goal, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Hurts completing this one quickly. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without a doubt.
They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 27, Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another run here with Sanders. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Left side here to Sanders. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The big... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with a football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
18 running. 60 Maverick. Rig.
Back to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready? 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked stop by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Room here to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Let's go. Great.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go, Reed. Go.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown! Miles Sanders from 19 yards away. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Up the middle they go. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now Wentz on third down.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10.
Wentz now to throw.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Here's Wentz to throw.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson
from 21 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a first and 10.
Steps away. And that's complete to Sanders.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
Here we go. Strike. 19 wide. Three. Ready.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
79 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Sanders again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Hey, check that. Street. 60 Bobcat.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
On 1st down, Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And some space here.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Bang, bang.